Hi there, welcome to the Shoe Rainer Drawing School, and today I'm going to show you how to draw this Koi Carp kind of thing. And blah 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 blah. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Well, I'm ashamed to say I can't tell you who this is for because I can't read the writing in my little book, which has a lot of list of things to draw. It looks like Christmas or something. I'm sorry, I can't tell. Now, what am I doing? I'm doing this kind of shape. So what is that? It's a kind of an S on the side, isn't it? And then I'm going to just curve that around a little bit and then just kind of bring it up like that. Okay, so that's kind of a teardrop shape. And then carry that curve around like that. And that bit there. Okay. Now what you want is, this is not kind of quite the top, so you're going to want to bring that down a little bit there, and that's where your dorsal fin or whatever it's called is going to go kind of around the top like that. Okay, but that will then curve over the top there. You want a little hint of a curve at the end, and then bring the tail out and like that. Have a put a little dot there to aim at, and just kind of curve that in like that, and then you just want those just curved around on the top part there. Now follow this line here around into a curve, and that's kind of where the gill's going to be. And then the eye, you want to have a nice big eye there, like that. Now the mouth is going to be the hardest part. You want kind of down here, you want a kind of a upside down sausage shape like that. Okay, almost right at the end, and then there's a little kind of a loop bit that kind of goes around it, which is kind of over the edge of that shape there. And then you're going to have these kind of little barbly bits that stick forward. I think they're called barbel. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. And then this curve, use it to set you off as you go around the fish like that. Actually, we want that to be coming on more like along the top there, like that. That's got it. Yeah, that looks right. And that will be coming there. Good. It'll make sense in a moment when I show you. Right, good. Now down here you're going to have these front fins, whatever they are called. I'm not a fish expert, okay? Now what we want is kind of straight out and curve, and here you want curve and straight out, basically. Straight out and curve, curve and straight out, and then you want to kind of soften those bits, and then the kind of the fanning out comes from this corner. Then down here you've got a kind of another wiggly bit, which will be on the other side as well, but you just can't see that because it's kind of in the way. We've hidden that. Good. Now we're ready to start inking in. How are we doing for time? 3? That's pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little thing like that over the top of the fish, and I might do another one like that. So that's a kind of a water effect. And then I'm going to draw the outline of the mouth there, and then just shade that in. Then I'll draw these little barbly bits, and draw these bits in first because they kind of stick out. They're kind of in front, which means then you can draw in the rest of the fish kind of behind it like that. Bring that in there. Draw that curve and just kind of dot it in to the bottom, so you don't kind of get solid chunky lines joining up. You could just put dotted lines through there, and then that's going to be going up like that. we got these kind of spiny bits coming up through there, and then that will carry on going around down there like that. Does that make any kind of sense? And we can put a little kind of dotted line there. Now straight and down round, and then we want to get those kind of fin bits. That's not very technical, is it? Fin bits. I don't know if they're actually bones or cartilage or something that kind of stiffen the fins, don't they? And that will be the body of the fish there. And this actually wants to go down more like that, I think. And then we want that coming around there, all the way up there. Got that nice curve in there. There's a little bit of a curve in there too. There, that looks about right. Oh dear, it's the phone. Hang on a second. Hi, there's my Norwegian cousin on the phone who's coming to stay for a couple of days and has taken the wrong turn thanks to his sat-nav, so I had to go and put him right. So I hope they'll be here eventually. Now, this eye is not a circle, it's a squash circle, it's an ellipse. And don't draw the eye, the pupil of the eye completely and leave a bit of white. And then I'm going to shade that, just going to bring that down as a dot and leave a little bit there as well. That looks alright. Now, these curves that are drawn in there, we want to kind of draw the scales in. So follow those lines, and then I want you to, if you draw kind of a line down there, draw the scales up to that point, and then also there, and then down to that point. And that will give a kind of, leave a little line down the middle, which is kind of the shiny line. I'm sure there's a word for it. The shiny line. I've just invented this artistic terminology called the shiny line. And then what I'm going to do is put a bit of shading in like that down to the shiny line, as it were, and similarly on that side underneath it, so that we get that kind of line down the middle, which is kind of where the light is reflecting. And then we maybe put a bit like that, and then I think we probably want quite a bit of shadow on that side. This is generally darker on that side. A little bit of shading down at the front there. I'm going to bring a little bit of shading down there, and then we need these kind of thin bits kind of going like that there as well. Then I'm going to do these kind of watery lines behind, and a few bubbles, little bits in there like that. And then what I'm going to try and do is, I tell you what I will do. First of all, I will dry it with my hair dryer to make sure it's dry, and then I'm going to erase all the pencil lines out of there to get it nice and clean. And then I'm going to probably completely mess it up now by shading in the background, which is kind of the water in the background. You can do this in pencil, you can do it in watercolour or paint, whatever you want. So I'm just trying to fill this in quickly. I think if I was, doing a job, I would probably take more time over it. And just shading it in, but I'm very aware of the time, especially now since that phone call. I have no idea what the time is for this video, because I had to stop it and start it again. And there we go. And I'll bring that in there like that. I think that's looking alright. The trouble with Yeah, trying to do such a lot in such a short time, I think that's the problem. Maybe I do try to do too much sometimes. And I had a very interesting comment today. Again, I've forgotten who made the comment, saying he didn't think I was a very good artist. Well, I know what they mean. It's just that, and they said, is it because I'm trying to do things simply? And I think that is it, actually. I think I'm not trying to prove that I'm an artist and how good I can do things. I'm basically on here, I'm trying to show you how to do things, and I try to do them round about 10 minutes, because otherwise you get a bit bored. And I could just, spend hours doing a perfect drawing and speed it up, but it's not a tutorial, is it? Doesn't really show you how it's done. So I do what I can within the constraints of the time and whatever it is I'm trying to do, really. So I think a little bit of shading. So how does that look? I think that looks quite nice. I think I might have a bit more shading in like that. There. That looks quite good in the camera to me. Good. There we go. If you like that, keep coming back to the Shoe and a Drawing School on YouTube. And what else can I say? But keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.